What up, what up, what up? Pryme.mega, new tree drops on the floor. Trees up. I just want to put out in the universe, so to speak, I guess some good energy again. Of course, ain't no guess. I'm putting out some good energy. As far as more your routines. Our routines are morning rituals, things that start our day. Because if you start your day in the best way, chances are it's highly likely you're going to end it in the best way. So, you start your energy off high, your frequency up high. First, I'm just going to give you the things I do in the morning. As soon as I wake up, I'm giving thanks for waking up. Giving thanks to the Lord that He opened my eyes, that I'm breathing, and then I got another chance to do it all over again and possibly get it right. The day previously, you might have got a couple steps right, but you still messed up on some other things. That's cool. And again, the bigger picture is you're here to do it again, see it again. After that, I hang from the pull-up bar. I have a pull-up bar in which I hang, because when we're asleep, our spine is bunched up. We're all bunched up. So I hang for as long as possible so I can let gravity do its job and straighten my back, straighten my spine, make the body get in alignment, hips and everything. And I also do a set of pull-ups as well, because if you can do some pull-ups absolutely center. It's the center of your body. It's just, you can stabilize and equalize any imbalances, and you can correct any imbalances that you have in your body. And pull-ups is like a major, like right there next to push-ups. Actually, probably in my opinion, pull-ups are more important than push-ups, simply because it corrects the imbalances. Push-ups, not so much. It definitely strengthens the upper body and your chest area, but pull-ups, you're pulling your whole weight. You're pulling your whole weight up and down, and you're correcting any imbalances at the same time. So if you have, if one side is leaning or if one side's stronger than the other, if you're a gym goer like myself, at the end of the day or the next day or even before you work out, get you a set of pull-ups in, if you can. There's at the gym, there's the machine that helps you do the pull-ups. If you're new to it, that's fine. We all got to start somewhere. But anyway, after that, I might do a couple push-ups. I don't try to do anything too crazy before I start my job. My job is already a workout. I've said this before, but I'm just trying to, because people have asked me before, people who have gotten injured, they want to ask, how do you keep it going? And I'm like, I've been injured. Right now, my shoulder's twinged. I would guess it's an impingement, which is where I don't have full mobility without it like hurting or, locking up on me. But that's because of all the lifting I do. And every year, 2 years in a row now, without fail, I've had an injury around April. So it definitely is coming from work. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still hit the gym. But the things that I do actually offset any pain, and prevent most injury, to be honest. I'm still good. I can still hit the gym, but if your back is in trouble, you want to strengthen your back before anything else, because it is at the center of your body. It holds up the most weight. It's centering and it's doing everything for you. It's keeping you upright. So again, do what you can to strengthen your back as much as possible. Like I said, pull-ups are my go-to. Hanging is my go-to. And you would be surprised. I injured my back years ago, and I was in pain. I thought it was a wrap, but I was actually stretching too much, and I heard something pop one morning. Me and the wife had a paper route, and it just popped. And I couldn't even sit down to drive. That's how bad it was. Couldn't sleep. I had to sit up in the bed. It was like months. But luckily, I had the pull-up tower, and without fail, every day I would hang as much as it hurt like hell. but slowly but surely, it unwinded, it untensed, and I got it strengthened my back. I got rid of that. I got my mobility back and everything. So, your rituals, not to go too far on this individual, but your rituals every day should be centered around things like that keep you moving at a substantial pace in which is needed for you. You would know that individually, but and so then I do my water, my lime water, just a few limes. They call that the internal shower to cleanse the body, neutralize your alkalinity, bring your alkalinity up. So you want to alkalize the body. Start your day. I eat a piece of ginger, and also do some turmeric. Clean out the insides, and it also preps your body for your stomach for what you're going to digest, whether for breakfast, lunch. Sometimes I might not even eat until lunchtime or way after that. And so that also, bringing up your alkalinity and lowering the acidity level in your body also fights inflammation, and so does the turmeric, and so does the ginger. That does that. Every day I eat a piece. It's just like it's almost like taking a ginger shot. Actually, it's stronger than a ginger shot because I'm eating direct ginger. If I go to the juice bar, I'll definitely get me a couple ginger shots. But just eating a piece of turmeric, eating a piece of ginger, putting some turmeric on my tongue with the water and the lime. You could do lemon too, every day. And it also keeps your immune system up. I work with the public, like I work around a lot of, I guess you could say the public, but I work around a lot of people. And when I first got to my job, the position that I'm at now, I had the flu. And that was only 5. When I turned 40, I caught the flu. I never had the flu in my life. And it's because I was exposed to a whole new population of people. And it took me down. Luckily, I was heavy in the gym and it didn't bring me back down too bad. But it definitely slowed me down a little bit. But from there, I really tightened up on a regimen. What I'm telling you now is, this kind of natural supplementation, and CMOS. CMOS is another thing. I do the CMOS capsules, but to be honest, I don't like that gelatin lingering around because for some reason when I take those gelatin caps, I feel like it just stays right here. It doesn't go anywhere for the longest time. So I just open the capsule and just take it, put the powder, let it fall on my tongue. Pause. That's pretty much the essentials. Every day, like Sunday to Sunday, every day. Like I used to be like, maybe I should take a break. nope, every day. And the ginger also is, you can eat, some people I know eat that with their eggs. I don't know if I can do that, but I just eat it before I eat anything. And like I said, it's good for the next day after the gym. You got pains, definitely does that. I know aminos take off the edge too. I haven't taken mixed aminos in a while. I don't know if you're familiar. For those out there that are familiar with branched chain amino acids, they work really well. I don't get the sweetened kind, the sugar kind. I do the unflavored kind. To be honest, they taste like mashed up aspirin. Like they're not even the greatest. It's not sexy at all. I'm telling you that right now. But I think for I don't know how much it is. It's been so long since I took them. But every now and then, especially when I injure my back, I was on aminos, branched chain amino acids heavy, because it would take that pain off of my back, until I was able to, recover on my own. And so, I would still recommend it if you can. If you want to try some supplementation. Like I said, I'm at the point where I'm all natural, but I've helped other people with aminos and stuff like that, and they've that helps them takes the edge off their pain as well. But like I said, it's a recovery agent. It helps your body start the process of muscle recovery. It's like protein synthesis. It's basically in eggs, it's in cheese, anywhere where there's protein, there's aminos, and it's just something that you should definitely be looking into. Pardon the noises, just starting my car back up. It's getting hot out here. If you hear my engine revving, I just turned my car back on because it is smoking out here, and I don't want my camera to overheat or anything else, my phone. So, but yeah, aminos are awesome. You can get you a smaller supply, like a 30. I think there's 30 and 60-day supply, and I think one is like 20 some bucks, but the other one is like around 40 or 50 bucks, might be a little more now. Like I said, keep in mind it's been a while for me because I tend to go natural nowadays. But yeah, sorry about that, y'all. So actually my camera did cut off from the heat as I was trying to stop. So if you hear like loud air AC on in the engine, my bad. I had to take the camera off the dashboard and put it in some shade. But anyway, it's like I said, these things that I'm naming is illness prevention, injury prevention, and just things that will steer you hopefully clear. So like I said, I've been injured, I've been sick, and each time that I had these supplements, I started taking them more and more, and so like I said, aminos are good. You can even just do food. Aminos are in food, but if you want a substantial amount, there is a difference as far as recovery. If you need it, fairly quickly, they work. They're not steroids or nothing like that, but like I said, it's in food. So what else? The aminos. That's pretty much it, as far as starting your day and, ending your day well, I would say would be just keep drinking, keep yourself hydrated, especially now the summer is hot. I'm gonna be honest, the other day I was outside doing some stuff at work and I felt like sick, like nauseous sick. And I know about 2-3 years ago we went to Orlando and there was a heat wave down there. Oh my God. Like, to be in Florida that's already warm, and then for them to have a heat wave and you to be in it, whole nother level, fam. Like, I felt like I started getting heart palpitations, and just like not dizzy, but just off. So I told the wife I had to sit down, and what we did was we walked from the hotel because it wasn't far. We just walked right down the highway, like short down the highway, not crazy. And maybe it might have been a mile. It might not even been that. But walking there and then being in the park walking all day, my body was like, fam, that's it. And I didn't hydrate myself enough. Didn't have my electrolytes, rocking like they should have been. And that was pretty much what it was. So now I'm up on that. Like I said, stay hydrated, all of that stuff. And like I said, all year round, keep track of that. Typically in the summer we sweat more, so yeah, you want to stay up on stay hydrated a little more in the summer. If you sweat more in the summer, I know I do. Wintertime, I don't really sweat as much, even in the gym. But yeah, so I don't know. I just wanted to share some maintenance tips that you may or may not already be aware of, to keep you going, to keep you healthy, keep you strong. Because each and every time that I went down, I figured out a way to get back up and reinforce whatever I was already doing to make it even more potent, So, yeah, man, just if you guys have any other tips, I'm open to tips. I'm not an expert. I'm a student of life. I love fitness. Because like many of us have family members that didn't make it because of illnesses and things that may be genetic or, and I feel like there's always a way to at least attempt to improve our situations. I know not everything is guaranteed, but I just, from the school of life, I just sit back and I learn things and I watch things, and I just try to improve as much as possible. None of us are perfect. We're all human. We make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes, and I just try to learn from as much stuff as possible. I could be hard-headed too. I mess up, but I just wanted to pass that along because I really appreciate y'all. I really love y'all, and information is key. Fitness is key. Health is key. Health is wealth. even though it rhymes and it is a cliche, it could be considered a cliche, but it is true. Because, what can we do if we're not healthy enough to do it, or try to maintain at least some type of a quality of life to do some of the things that we like to do, including eating, So, but nah, it's your boy Pryme.mega. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Hope y'all enjoy. I don't even know where I'm going to post this, but I hope you enjoy the holiday. And I hope you enjoyed the holiday. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Let's get it. Comment below. Trees up.